Welcome back friends in my another video tutorial of Anita Bioconcept, and today in this video tutorial I will be discussing about the cosmid vectors. Cosmid vectors are hybrid plasmid vectors that contain the lambda phase cos sequence. Cosmid vectors are having cloning capacity of 35 to 45 kbp of DNA, kilobase pairs of DNA, and it is developed by combining the features of both plasmid as well as bacteriophages vectors. So let's concentrate on the topic. Cosmid vectors, okay. So cosmids are hybrid plasmid vectors that contain the lambda phase cos sequence, okay. Cosmid vectors. These are hybrid plasmid vectors having lambda phase cos sequence. Cos means cos site, cohesive end site. Cos means cohesive end site. About this I will tell you in detail. Okay. So now these cosmid vectors are having capacity to clone up to approximately 35 to 45 kbp of DNA, okay. And these are developed by combining the features of both plasmid as well as bacteriophage. These are developed by combining the features of plasmid as well as bacteriophage vector. It was first developed by Collins in the year 1978, okay. This cosmid word comes from cos site plus plasmid, hence the name cosmids, okay. This is a type of hybrid plasmid vectors that contains the cohesive end site, and this cohesive end site is the sequence of bacteriophage genome. Now this cosmid vector is a hybrid plasmid vector that contains phase sequence. And what is that phase sequence? Cos site phase sequence that allow the vector to be packaged and transmitted to bacteria. Right? Okay. Now it's clear that cosmids DNA sequences are from the lambda phases as well as from the plasmid. Okay, it is developed by combining the features of plasmid and bacteriophage vectors. Now we know about plasmids and bacteriophages. Plasmid and bacteriophages. Let's review that. Plasmids are double-stranded circular DNA molecules found in bacteria. This is extrachromosomal. And also independent of the bacterial replication. It is having its own independent replication mechanism. Independent replicating mechanism. Sometimes it is also found in eukaryotic organisms as well as in archaea. Okay, but mostly it is found in case of bacteria. Now about bacteriophages. In case of bacteriophages, the genome is linear. In case of bacteriophages, I am telling about the lambda phase, because here the sequences has been taken from the lambda phase vector. So lambda phase DNA is linear DNA molecule, and it is also having 12 base pair single stranded DNA complementary overhang at both ends. Okay, it is having single stranded complementary 12 base pair overhang at both the ends. Now let's discuss its structure. This is cosmate, which is developed by combining the features of plasmid and bacteriophages vectors. Okay. This is the plasmid origin of replication, called even origin of replication. This is the call even sequence. This is the cos site, cohesive site, cohesive end site. This may be 1 or 2. Okay. This is the polylinker site. This polylinker site is also known as multiple cloning site. Polylinker or multiple cloning site. These are the DNA sequences with several recognition sites for the restriction endonuclease enzyme. Restriction endonuclease enzymes, and this is the antibiotic selection marker gene, and here in this case this is ampicillin resistant gene sequence, okay. And this cos site provides blunt ends. So here what are the sites? Multiple cloning sites, origin of replication, cos site, here cos site, and this is selectable marker gene, This is the gene for the selection of transformed cells. Okay. So these are the sequences. Now these are the sequences, and these sequences does fused together to form cosmid vector. Okay. Now I have told that here this lambda phase genome is linear DNA and it is having 12 base pair, single stranded complementary overhang at both the ends. Now I am telling about this cos site. Cos site. This cos site is the spatial characteristics, spatial characteristics of the lambda phase which has to be linearized to fit into the phase's head, which has to be linearized so that to fit into the phase's head, but circularizes in the host cell, but circularizes. It will not be in linearized form, it will be circularized, it will be in circularized form inside the host cell. Okay. And it is possible by the cos site. This circularization is possible by the presence of this cos site. Now I will tell you about the cloning process, how cloning process is being done or is being followed in cosmid vectors. Okay. So there are some steps which has to be followed during the cloning process. So we will see step by step. First step is one should ligate the foreign DNA, the DNA which we want to clone, foreign DNA. Okay. First we will ligate the foreign DNA between the cos sites. This is the first step. Means foreign DNA will be ligated between the cos sites which has to be cloned, which we want to clone. Then after, what will be the result? We will get concatemeric DNA. Okay. After that, DNA is introduced into the phase's head. This DNA is introduced into the phase's head, and what this process is known as? This process is called as packaging, in vitro packaging. Okay. Now, what we will get? We will get mature phase particles. Right. And after that, what will happen? After that, in the final stage, what we will do? We will introduce the cloned DNA. Cloned DNA is introduced into the host cell, means bacterium, E. coli. Okay. So here, what are the steps? We will ligate the foreign DNA between the cos sites, then concatemeric DNA is formed. After that, DNA is introduced into the phase's head, known as in vitro packaging, and then after matured phase particles are formed. And cloned DNA is introduced into the E. coli bacterium, which is the host. Okay. And how this introduction is done? By transduction process. And lastly, what we will do? Finally, the maintenance will be done, maintenance will be there, maintenance will be there of cosmids, maintenance of cosmids as they will be maintained as plasmids, okay, inside the host bacterium. So, this is how the cloning process in the cosmid vectors takes place or will be followed. After that, we will talk about some of the applications of the cosmid vector. So, we will see one by one. These are the cloning vectors. These cosmids can be used as cloning vectors. They can be used to construct library, genomic library, okay, genomic libraries. These cosmid libraries are used in genome mapping and sequencing, genome mapping as well as sequencing. These cosmids are very higher frequency, transformation frequency is very high. It is its advantage, and it can also be used for the analysis of complex genome. And the most important thing is that these cosmid vectors can clone up to 45 kbp of DNA. It is used as cloning vectors in genetic engineering or RDT process. It is used to make stable genomic library. It is used for, and this cosmid library is used for genome mapping and sequencing. Transformation frequency is high, and it is used for the analysis of complex genome, and the most important thing, it can clone up to 45 kbp of DNA. So, this is all about the cosmid vectors, which are hybrid plasmid vectors which contain the lambda fast cos sequences and are developed by combining the features of both plasmid and bacteriophages vectors. So, thank you all. If you like this video, please subscribe my channel and share it with your friends.